Hello and welcome to your practice today. So we're going to do yoga for the knees. So we're going to work on strengthening lots of muscles that help with how we're able to move around in terms of the knees. So lots of different movements and positions for the legs. Okay, so when you're ready, we're going to come into constructive rest. So it's just also to say have a block handy. So a brick block, just have that by your side. If you don't have one, get it. Now, if you don't have one at all, you could try using a book. So just come to lie on your back. Find constructive rest, so feet out wide, knees falling in against each other. You can either just bring your hands onto your abdomen or hands by your sides. And just begin to connect to your body, connect to your breath. Notice how everything is feeling today. And just bring your awareness to your hips, your legs, your knees. And just notice any sensations you feel in those places. There may be things that you do know about, injuries or conditions that mean you have some sensation around the knees. And just trying to observe it in the level of direct sensation. Don't build any stories around it. Try not to push it away, wish it wasn't there or it was somehow different. Just accept it for how it is in this moment. Notice how it feels and just sit with that for a few breaths. Good. When you're next ready to inhale, bring your arms above your head and stretch. Bring your fingers to your toes. Bring your knees into your chest and just have a little rock side to side. And then from there, lower your feet down. And you might keep your left foot down, your left knee bent up, and then extend your right leg up towards the ceiling. You could hold around your leg here if that feels good to hold it in place, or just with your hands by your sides. And then we're just going to point and flex your foot, so toes towards your shin, toes away. So just gliding, they call this gliding the muscles, gliding the nerves, or nerve flossing. So you can maybe think or feel that gliding motion as we bring the foot into one position and the other. Good, and then bring your foot back to the centre and take it around in circles, a few in one direction and a few in the other. Good, and then bring it back to the centre, bring your hands by your sides and then lower your right leg down. Okay, from there we'll do leg raises with the right leg. So when you're ready to inhale, lift the leg up. And when you're ready to exhale, lower it back down. Okay, so just lift it as high or close towards your chest as you can, keeping it straight. Okay, so try and keep it as straightish as you can. If you need a micro bend, that's fine. But trying to have the leg straight if you can. So notice if you can feel which muscles are having to work here to lift the leg towards your body. And just keep moving with your breath. It doesn't matter too much whether your toes are pointed or flexed here for this one. Okay, let's do one more. Good, and then lower your right leg down. Okay, and then from there, bring your left knee in towards your chest, hold around the shin of the thigh, and just encouraging the leg in towards your body a little bit, so have a little soft compression in your left hip. Okay, take one more deep breath, and then release that. And then we're going to do the same with the left leg extended. So you might want to bend your right knee and bring your right foot down, then extend your left leg up. Again, if you want to, hold around your leg somewhere and then pointing and flexing your foot. Just feeling the back of the leg, the front of the leg. Notice if you can feel different places of muscle activation. Good, and then circling your foot. A few in one direction and a few in the other. Good, okay, and then bringing the foot back to the centre, hands by your sides, lowering your left leg down, and then again we'll do our left leg raises. So inhaling your left leg up, exhaling to lower it down, moving with your breath, so taking your time. You don't need to fire them out as quickly as you can. Try instead to be more aware of the sensations that you feel all along that left side as you lift and lower the leg towards your body. Inhaling to lift it up, exhaling to lower it down. See, as much as you can keep your lower back down so you're not rounding it too much. Good, let's do one more. Good, and then lower your left leg down and then bring your right knee into your chest. Hold around your right knee, your right shin and your thigh. And again, just pulling it in just as much as you feel you should. Okay, one more deep breath. And then as you exhale, lower your legs back down. Bend both knees up and grab your block. And then just bring your block in between your thighs. So you can either have it like in the midway or the thinnest way. Okay, whatever feels best for you. We're bringing a little bit of activation into the muscles in the legs by trying to squeeze the block and therefore internally rotating the legs or activating the muscles that internally rotate. Okay, so when you're ready, take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, lift your hips up. And then we're just going to breathe here for 5 breaths. So taking 5 breaths, just feel where you're activating muscles, push down into your feet. Try and keep a kind of feeling of length in your lower back. And breathe in here. Okay, let's do 2 more deep breaths. Good, and then when you're ready, just gently lower it back down. Just set your block to the side for now, and then come around onto one side. Okay, so come to lie on one hip. You might bring your elbow down so that you can rest your head, or if you feel better with your head all the way down on the floor, that's fine. You could have your bottom leg a little bit bent, but try and fully straighten the top leg. It doesn't matter which side you're going to, we'll do both. And then we're going to lift the leg out to the side, so side leg raises. Okay, moving with your breath, inhaling to lift it up, exhaling to lower it down, just continuing. Lifting the leg up as high as you can, keeping it straight. Again, just noticing which muscles you can feel. Does it feel different than when we were doing it lying on the back? So we're going to do this in a few different positions. All the time, remember to keep breathing. Okay, let's do one more. Good. And then from there, bring in that top leg, either the whole foot down or just the ball of your foot down, and straighten your bottom leg this time. Okay, and then we're going to lift and lower that bottom leg. Okay, so it might feel a little bit more awkward than the other one, but just do your best, lifting the leg and lowering it, keeping it just as straight as you can. Trying as much as you can to stabilise your hips so you're not rocking wildly all over the place. You can save that for your weekends. Okay, one more time. Good. And then from there, come onto your belly and come into Makarasana. Okay, so just make a pillow of your hands, rest your forehead or your cheek on your pillow. You might want to bend the knees, give the legs a little windscreen wiper side to side. Okay, good. From there, you're going to do leg raises from here, so just lying on your stomach, lifting your right leg and lowering it down. Okay, so just moving with your breath again, just lift it as high as you can, just as straight as you feel you can. And just notice where you feel the muscles in your legs are having to work to lift that leg up. So should feel like a different place each time we change the body position. So I'm definitely feeling this more in the glutes. Good. Okay, one more. And then just take that over to the other side and doing the other leg. Inhaling to lift it, exhaling to lower it. You might feel the hamstrings as well, muscles in the back of your thighs. Remember all the time to keep breathing and just doing your best, lifting the leg up just as high as you can. So this is a good way to exercise your legs if there are any knee injuries without actually bearing weight. Okay, let's do one more. Good, and then from there, just bring yourself back up and take yourself around onto the other side, and we'll do our side leg raises on the other side. Okay, so trying if you can to get one hip stacked on top of the other, and then just taking that bottom leg in a kind of comfortable position, and this time you might flex your foot and then lifting the leg up to the side and lowering it. Okay, remembering to breathe, just keeping the leg as straight as you can and lifting it up as high as you can. Just be aware of how you feel the leg working. Try not to let your hips sink back too much. You might want to do that. Okay, one more. Good. And then from there, lower that down and bring your top leg behind, either the whole foot coming down or just the ball of your foot, and straighten your bottom leg, and then lifting and lowering. Again, just as high as you can, trying to keep your pelvis as stable as you can. Remembering to keep breathing. Again, you might want to flex the foot here. It may feel a little more limited in terms of movement than the other ones we were doing. Okay, let's do one more. Good, and then from there, come to lie on your belly again. Come into your Makarasana. If you feel like a little movement, bend the knees, sway them side to side. Okay, from there, bringing your hands to either side of your chest, bring your bottom back to your feet, and just come into your extended child's pose. And then you might want to bring your knees closer together, come all the way back, bring your hands on either side of your feet, your forehead down. Okay, from there, come into your tabletop position, so bring your shoulders above your wrists, your hips above your knees, hands shoulder distance apart, knees hip distance apart. When you're ready to inhale, drop your abdomen, lift your chest, lift your bottom. When you're ready to exhale, rounding and tucking your chin. Okay, so just do that a few more times, moving with your breath. Stretching out your back, stretching out your abdomen. Okay, let's do that one more time. And then bring your bottom back to your feet again, extend your arms out in front, and let's come to downward facing dog, tucking your toes, lifting your hips up and back, and we'll take a few breaths here. Okay, let's take one more deep breath, and then make your way forward, either walking the feet or the hands, coming into your dangling pose. So a little bend in the knees, let the back, neck and shoulders be nice and loose, just hanging over your body. You can either be really low or have your chest at hip height. So let's take another breath in, another breath out. And then when you're ready, roll yourself up nice and slowly and come into your Tadasana mountain pose. Good. From there we'll do some sun salutations, and then we'll add some things, some lunges. Okay, so when you're ready, just come to the front of your mat, take a deep breath in, reach your arms up, palms together, look up. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to plank and lowering down, knees down, chest down. Inhale, cobra or upward dog, and exhale, downward dog, and we'll take 5 breaths here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then making your way forward, stepping or walking all the way to the front. When you get there, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. And inhale, reach your arms up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Hands by your sides. And again, inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, folding forward. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling to plank and lowering down, knees down, chest down or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Again, breathing for 5 breaths, sending your chest back. And try to lengthen your legs as much as you can. Just notice how that feels, notice where you feel the stretching. Trying to make 2 lines of an inverted V with your body. One more deep breath. And then making your way forward, taking 2 steps or several steps or hopping. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. And inhale, reach your arms up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Hands by your sides, one more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling to plank. And lowering down, knees down, chest down or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, taking your 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Making your way forward, stepping or walking or hopping. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. And inhale, reach your arms up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Hands by your sides. So when you're ready, come into your Tadasana mountain pose. Okay, so this time we'll do sun salutations A until downward dog. Then right leg we'll do knee to nose 3 times and then stepping the right foot forward for a lunge. Okay, so when you're ready, From your Tadasana, inhale, reach your arms up, palms together, look up. Exhale and fold forward, standing forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to plank, and lowering down, knees down, chest down, or Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, so right leg, knee to nose, 3 times. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, knee to nose, bring everything forward, 2 more times. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, knee to nose, bring your shoulders over your wrists, 1 more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, knee to nose, and then step in the right foot in between your hands, either directly there or your knees can come down first. And today, if you can, keep your back knee lifted. Okay, so it's not high crescent lunge yet, it's just a low lunge with the back knee lifted, right? So right knee above the ankle, and really try and be nice and long in that left leg. If anybody feels there's not enough room in the hips, you could bring your hands inside your right foot instead of framing the foot. Okay, so we'll take another couple of breaths. See if you can send your left heel back. And see if you can lengthen your spine, maybe lift the front of the hips. Good. From there, we're going to step back to plank. So take a deep breath in, step your right foot back. And then you can either go straight to downward dog from here, or you can do your vinyasa. Lowering down, cobra or upward dog, downward facing dog. Good. And then we'll do that with the left side. So when you're ready, inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. 2 more times. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, knee to nose. 1 more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, step that left foot forward, either directly there or knees down first. And again, nice long stance, but the back knee is lifted. Okay, so just try and be as long as you can. See if you can reach your chest forward, push down a little into your left heel. Good. Take 1 more deep breath. Then this time we're going to step forward, so you could use a bit of momentum, a little rock, and then step your right foot forward. Okay, when you get there, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. And inhale, reach your arms up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center, hands by your sides. Good. Okay, from there, grab your block again. And we're going to come to chair pose. We're going to use the block. Okay, so bring it in between your thighs. Again, either the midway or the thin way. Okay, so whatever way you feel you're going to get the best internal rotations, you can try it a couple of times, see what feels best. We'll take our chair pose, we'll stay there and breathe for a bit. Okay, so when you're ready, sit back into your heels, reach your arms up. Okay, so take a few breaths. So try and lift the chest, but at the same time, try and sit back. Feel your lower back and try and find space, a feeling of ease there. Okay, let's just play around with weight. So come forward into your toes and then back into your heels. Okay, so just a little bit, you decide how far forward to go. Good. Okay, once more. Good, and then come back. Bring your hands onto your hips and then fold over your legs. So you can either choose to stay halfway if you feel you stretch the legs better there, or fold all the way forward, bringing your head down. And then really lifting the sitting bones up. Breathe in here. So really just looking for a big stretch in your back of your legs, your hamstrings. So in between your knees and your sitting bones, try and find a way to feel the stretch there. Okay, take 1 more deep breath. 1 more exhale. And then when you're ready to come out, lift your chest, reach your arms up, bring your hands together to your heart center, hands by your sides. Good. And you can just set your block to the side. Okay, from there, we're going to do sun salutations B. And then instead of warrior 1 though, we might do high crescent lunge. So when you step your right foot forward, if you can, keep your heel lifted. Okay, so when you're ready, find your chair pose, this time just for one breath without your block. So sit back into your heels, reach your arms up, big breath in. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to plank and lowering down, knees down, chest down or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Okay, from there this time, just stepping your right foot directly forward, and it might be a little behind your hands. So compared to that last lunge we did, a little shorter distance maybe in between your feet. Think of right foot on one train track, left foot on the other, and then lift your chest up this time, lift your arms up. Good. Okay, so try and find a nice grounded, steady stance. If you feel you need that back heel down, you could bring it down, but if you can, keep it lifted. Okay, let's bend the back knee a little bit and see if you can tuck the pelvis. Okay, so lifting the fronts of the hips, then you might straighten the leg again. Good. Okay, try and keep your right knee above your ankle. Okay, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, bring your hands down. You could go straight back to downward dog, breathe there, or plank, lowering down, cobra or upward dog, downward facing dog. And when you're ready to inhale, stepping your left foot forward, finding your stance for high crescent lunge. So make sure you can ground down into that right heel. Lift your arms up as straight as you can. Good, again, maybe a little bend in that back knee till you tuck the pelvis. And then you might begin to straighten the leg. See if you can really reach the arms back, open the chest. Really good, one more deep breath. And then bring your hands down again. Same thing, you can go straight to downward dog. Or you can do plank, lowering down, cobra or upward dog, and then downward dog. And again, we'll take a few breaths here. Okay, so a few breaths in your downward dog. Remember, if you want to bring your knees down, you can. Take one more deep breath in. And then make your way forward, stepping, walking or hopping all the way to the front. When you get there, inhale halfway. Exhale and fold. And then inhale into your chair pose. And then exhale into your Tadasana mountain pose. Okay, so coming back to the front of your mat and finding your chair pose. Okay, we're going to do a little stepping back and forth. We'll step back with the right leg first. Okay, so when you're ready, find your chair pose, sit back into your heels, reach your arms up, bring all of your weight into your left foot, then begin to lift your right foot and see if you can tap it back and tap it forward. Try and keep a bend in your front knee if you can, and try and keep all of the weight in your front leg. So just tapping it forward and back. Keep driving down into your front heel. You should feel that left leg doing a lot of work here. And use your abdominal muscles a little bit. Let's do one more. Good. And then come back to the front. And then just for a moment or two, you can straighten your legs, come back to Tadasana, have a rest. Notice how it feels. And then we'll do that on the other side. Okay, so when you're ready, find your chair pose, sit back into your heels, reach your arms up. This time drive down into the right heel. And then nice and lightly stepping your toe back. Okay, so really grounded and stabilised in that front leg. If you can, keeping your arms up. If there are any shoulder issues, you could have the hands at heart centre. Okay, let's do two more. Good. Okay, then come back to the front and again, straighten your legs. Come back to your Tadasana mountain pose. Check in, notice how it all feels. Okay, then from there we're going to do a little stand and balance. So if anybody wants to go next to something, we'll lift the left leg first so you can use your right hand for balance. We're going to do one-legged Tadasana. Okay, so decide if you want to use something. Okay, so when you're ready, really ground into your right foot. I'm doing the opposite so you can mirror me. And then lift up the left leg. See if you can also lift up your arms. And really try and lift, keep trying to lift that left leg up and in towards your chest, so it's really active. Okay, breathe here. Again, see if you can notice which muscles are firing up. Breathe. Good, really good. One more deep breath. And then bring your hands onto your hips. Take that foot a little out to the side so you can hold on to it, and then bring your thighs together. Okay, and yep, again, if you want to use something for balance, find something so your right hand can be used. Try and really get your knees together, reach your arms up, or your right arm up. Okay, see if you can find a nice big stretch in the front of that left hip and thigh. So from knee to hip, being pulled end to end. Breathe. Good. Okay, one more deep breath. Really good. And then exhale and release it. Well done. Ease it out, check in. We'll do exactly that on the other side. Okay, so begin to feel your left leg, your left foot, feel the toes, feel the ball of the foot. Good, and then lift the leg up, and then maybe lift the arms up and really try and lift it up into your chest. Okay, so think of when we're lying on the back, knee into chest, same position. Except now you're having to use your own muscular effort to lift that knee up and into the chest. Keep breathing, keep trying to lift the chest. Check in with your lower back so you're tucking a little bit, so little hips towards ribs. One more deep breath. Good, and then lower it back down, hands on the hips. You might take that foot out to the side so you can hold on to it, and then bring the thighs together. Okay, stretch the front of the right thigh. You find the stretch that works, you might lift the left arm or use it for balance. Try and get your knees together, breathe. Can help to find something to focus your gaze onto. Really good. One more deep breath. And then gently, carefully release. Good. If you came away from your mat, you can come back onto it and come back to the front. And we'll do one sun salutation A, and then we'll come down onto the mat. Okay, so when you're ready, from your Tadasana, inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to plank. And lowering down, knees down, chest down, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. And just take a few breaths. Stretching out your back, stretching out your legs. Okay, one more deep breath. Then bring your knees down. And you might just come into child's pose, either with the arms extended or hands on either side of your feet and head down, or any other restful position. But find a position where you can relax and rest. Okay, let's take one more deep breath in. And then when you're ready, just come back up into sitting and sweep your legs around and come onto your bottom. Okay, so grab your block. Okay, and we're going to come into straddle position. Okay, so just finding a relatively comfortable position with your legs out wide, so not as wide as you possibly could, a little tiny bit less than that, and then grab your block. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of core work and also a little bit of engaging muscles, and you'll feel the different places as we do this. Okay, so take your block in between your hands the long way, reach your arms up above your head. See if you can send your shoulders back a little bit, but still really lifting the arms. So you are elevating, but you're just not kind of rounding like that, so more like that. And try and lift the fronts of your hips so you're engaging your abdominal muscles. Take a deep breath in. Try and keep your arms in line with your torso and fold forward. Decide when to stop. And then inhale, lift back up. Then as you exhale, begin to lean back, reach your arms forward. Okay, lean back just as far as you want to. And then as you inhale, lift back up nice and slowly. Good. exhale, lean forward. Try and keep your arms in line with your head. Inhale, lift back up. Good. Exhale, hollow and lean back. Good. Inhale, lift back up. Good. Try and keep the arms in line. Lean forward as you exhale. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, hollow back. Good. And then from there, just inhale, lift back up. Okay, and then just set your block to the side. Bring your hands behind. You might bend up your knees. Give your legs a little windscreen wiper side to side. Very good. Okay, from there, come around onto your back. Okay, and we'll just bring the knees into the chest for a couple of breaths and just give your legs a little rock side to side. So just massaging your back, and we'll do a little forward folding. Okay, so one more deep breath, and then when you're ready, just gently make your way back up into sitting. Okay, so from there we're going to do Janusirsasana and fold forward. Okay, so one leg out, one leg bent. If there's any problem bending that leg, just extend it out like that to the side instead. One other option today is you could, if you have a wall or a couch or your bed handy, you could be using it to have your foot up against the wall and using that for resistance, because we're going to use a little bit of activation. So if you have something that would work for that, then do that, okay? If not, you can just stay on your mat. Okay, so one leg extended, any leg, doesn't matter which one. And then let's be nice and active in that leg. So think about engaging your thigh, engaging your leg. If when you engage your thigh, your heel lifts up, then just press the heel back down, so it will bring a little tiny micro bend into your knee. Okay, so nice and active in that leg. Feel your thigh activated. Okay, take a deep breath in, lift your arms up. And if you're using the wall, you're pushing your foot a little into the wall. And then as you exhale, fold forward. Okay, so just try and find a neutral stretch in your back so it's not really pulling. If it is, just lift your chest back up or even bring your hands behind. Okay, and then try and reach your chest forward. And just for another couple of breaths, keep activating the muscles in your legs. So you're engaging the thigh. You might even feel it shaking a little bit. Mine's is shaking. Okay, take one more deep breath. Then as you exhale, release the effort. So release the effort, but stay there. Okay, so stay folding forward, but just don't activate the muscles like with your mind. So some muscles fire up without you having to tell them to do it, and that's fine, but just as much as you can, relax the leg a bit. You can keep your toes pointing up though, and then just see if you can reach your chest forward and down and breathe. Okay, you might find it creeps forward a tiny little bit through time with your breath. Okay, let's take one more deep breath. And then as you exhale, just gently and carefully lift your chest back up. And then we'll just swap the legs over and we'll just do it on the other side. Okay, so if you can, this other leg, just bend the sole of your foot towards your thigh. If you need to do something different, just take it out of the equation so that it's not bothering you in any way, but we want to focus on this one straight leg is the idea of taking that leg to the side. Okay, so when you're ready again, activate the muscles. So if you're using the wall, push the foot into the wall. If you're not, just press, as though you're trying to press the whole of your leg down from heel to sitting bone. And then inhale, reach your arms up. And then as you exhale, fold over your leg. Okay, again, taking a couple of breaths with the activation. Okay, reaching your chest forward, breathing. Okay, and then one deep breath, and then as you exhale, just release the muscular activation, so just relax your thigh a little bit, and then just see if you can creep forward. Okay, same thing as before, if you feel the back really strains with arms forward, hands can be back. Keep trying to reach your chest forward. Okay, let's take one more deep breath. And then as you exhale, gently make your way back up. Just bring your hands behind. You can bring both legs out in front. You might just give them a little scissor in and out. Let your back and shoulders relax. Good. Okay, from there we'll do a little stretch for the hips and the glutes. So we're going to do a pigeon stretch. So you could do this, the figure 4 stretch, lying on your back with the outside of your right ankle on your left thigh, knee out to the side. If you are using a wall, you could stay there and you could have your left foot against the wall and then using that for some resistance. Okay? So, other option is if anybody wants to do pigeon facing forward, you can come into your downward dog and then line up your right knee behind your right wrist, your right foot with your left wrist, and then folding forward and down. Okay, so choose whichever of those, either lying on your back, figure of 4, or folding forward to where you feel the best stretch in your right buttock, the back of the hip and buttock. Okay, and then we're going to spend a couple of minutes there. Okay, so set it up. Make sure that you don't feel strain in your knee, whichever position you're choosing. And if you're facing forward, you don't have to go all the way down, but if it feels good, you can come down onto your elbows. You could come all the way down into like a Makarasana. Okay, but just find the level of stretching in your buttock that feels good. Okay, and if it doesn't feel right folding forward, if you feel pain in the knee doing that, then lie on your back instead. Okay, we're just going to stay here for a couple of minutes. So try and be in a position where you feel like you can let go of resistance, even though it might be quite an intense sensation of stretching. So if you're folding forward, you have gravity, the weight of you going down, that's adding extra pressure for the stretch. If you're using the wall, you've got a bit of extra resistance. If you're using just your hands and lifting the leg, it just means a bit more active because you have to hold the leg up. So take nice long deep breaths in and out. See if you can have in your mind that idea of something in softening, like plasticine getting soft, or ice melting around that right buttock and hip. Make sure your neck, your back and your shoulders are comfortable, they're not in a strange position. Okay, let's just take another few breaths. And then when you're ready, just making your way out. So if you're on your back, you can just uncross your legs. You might just windscreen wiper the legs a little side to side. If you were folding forward, you might want to walk that back knee forward to make space. You could come to downward dog in between, or just any position to stretch it. And then whenever you feel ready, just making your way over to the other side. Okay, so if you're going forward, left knee behind left wrist, left foot behind right wrist, and then folding forward. If you're on your back, just finding the position where you feel the right amount of stretch in that left buttock this time. If you feel like folding forward, do. And remember, with the wall, the closer you are, so if you shimmy your bottom closer to the wall, that will increase the amount of resistance that you get and the stretch that you'll get. So if you want more, shimmy a wee bit closer. And again, we're going to stay here for a couple of minutes, so try and be in a position where you're okay to stay for that time, where you can let go of the resistance. See if you can notice the nature, the stretch, how it feels. Can you just take in one more deep breath? And then gently making your way out. So if you're folded forward, just coming up onto your hands, walking your back knee forward, taking your front leg back. You could come to downward dog for a couple of breaths. If you're lying on your back, just windscreen wiper your legs. And then when you're ready, come back onto your mat and come to lie on your back. And then just grab your block, or it could be a rolled up blanket or an extra yoga mat that you could use here. We're going to bring it underneath the back, so just about at the sacrum, so with the edge of the block is at the top of your buttocks. And we're going to bring the right knee into the chest and let the left leg sink down. And you don't need to really pull the legs in for this one. Just let that leg pull your arms forward so that you're in a kind of comfortable, relaxed position. And just let your left leg get heavy and feel the stretch in the front of your left hip. And then we'll just take a few breaths. Okay, just take one more deep breath. And then release your right leg down, just take your left leg in towards your chest. Again, holding around the shin of the thigh. Let your right leg get heavy, let your arms and shoulders relax, and then take a few breaths. Okay, one more deep breath. And then you can bring both feet back down, just lift your hips up, and then we'll come into Shavasana and we'll take a relaxation. So find your position for relaxation. Find a position where your body gets the signals, it's safe to relax, it's time to relax. And we'll prepare to relax every part of the body. by suggesting to yourself that you're relaxing every part of your body. Saying to yourself, I'm relaxing my toes, my feet, my ankles, my toes, my feet, and my ankles are relaxed. I am relaxing my calves, my shins, my knees. My calves, my shins, and my knees are relaxed. I am relaxing my thighs, my buttocks, my hips. My thighs, my buttocks, and my hips are relaxed. I am relaxing my lower back, my abdomen, my ribs. My lower back, my abdomen, and my ribs are relaxed. I am relaxing my upper back, my chest, my shoulders. My upper back, my chest, and my shoulders are relaxed. I am relaxing my arms, my hands, my fingers. My arms, my hands, and my fingers are relaxed. I am relaxing my neck, my head, my scalp. My neck, my head, and my scalp are relaxed.
I am relaxing my forehead, my eyes, my jaw. My forehead, my eyes, and my jaw are relaxed. My body is completely relaxed. And my mind is calm.
From there, just bringing some awareness back into your body, wriggling your fingers, wriggling your toes. Circling your hands and your feet. And then stretching out in any way that feels good. And then bring your knees into your chest. You might have a little rock side to side. And then when you're ready, just making your way up into sitting. Om Shanti. May you have peace, health, may you truly be happy. Thank you.